Good morning, Don't Unfriend Me Nation. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. My name is Matthew Speer. I'm the host of Don't Unfriend Me. This morning, what are we covering? The Al Smith dinner. Kamala Harris has decided to skip out. So did Biden during 2020. Will that have ramifications? We'll talk about it. A secret rendezvous between Joe Biden and Barack Obama at the funeral of Ethel Kennedy is sparking up some controversy because they didn't and can't discern the audio. I have it here for you. We're going to show it to you. Also, Angel Reese has decided to complain about her WNBA salary. We will cover that as well. Stick around. We will be right back.
Do you want the truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more f***ed up than the lies on the evening news? Well, just step right in.
Matthew Speer for the Don't Unfriend Me Show, and that is Still Point, STILPOINT, the Don't Unfriend Me Band. With no further ado, Kamala Harris skipped the Al Smith dinner, you know, the one that Donald Trump was at with Hillary Clinton, and it was funny. Here is a clip.
With all of the heated back and forth between my opponent and me at the debate last night, we have proven that we can actually be civil to each other. In fact, just before taking the dais, Hillary accidentally bumped into me, and she very civilly said, "Pardon me." And I very politely replied, "Let me talk to you about that after I get into office."
Now, since Kamala Harris skipped the Al Smith dinner to focus on abortion in Wisconsin because she's slipping in the polls, but I guess when you cancel babies for a living, what's a few dinner plans with Catholics in New York? Donald Trump had something to say. I will paraphrase. Kamala Harris isn't showing up tonight, folks. Can you believe it? She's probably off somewhere laughing at what nobody knows. Maybe at the border crisis, maybe at her poll numbers. Who knows? But listen, when you've done nothing for 3 years, skipping a dinner is easy. I'm here, though, because I don't hide. I don't run. I show up. Big crowds, beautiful dinners, tremendous people, the best dinner ever, some might say. Kamala? Not so much. You may or may not have seen on Fox News, Bret Baier had an interview with Kamala Harris, pre-recorded. Here it is.
How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you,
now,
just a number. Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point. Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have
it's a
an
rough
immigration
estimate of 6 million people have been released into the country. And let me just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I was beginning to answer.
And when you came into office, your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies. Most significantly, the policy that required illegal immigrants to be detained through deportation, either in the U.S. or in Mexico. And you switched that policy. They were released from custody awaiting trial. So instead, included in those were a large number of single men, adult men, who went on to commit heinous crimes. So looking back, do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning of our administration, within practically hours of taking the oath, the first bill that we offered Congress, before we worked on infrastructure, before the Inflation Reduction Act, before the Chips and Science Act, before the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, the first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called
And-
the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to
may I
citizenship for
please
the...
finish?
Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding,
But
please?
here- but this-
you have to let me finish,
You
please.
had the White House and the House and the Senate,
I'm
and they
in the
didn't
middle
bring up
of
that bill.
responding to the point you're raising,
Okay.
and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
We recognized from day one that, to the point of this being your first question, it is a priority for us as a nation and for the American people. And our focus has been on fixing a problem. And from day one, then, we have done a number of things.
Honestly, Bret Baier hit Kamala Harris so hard, I haven't seen a Harris take a beating like that since her husband's ex. Even Netanyahu was quoted saying, "I'm worried about Kamala, especially her hamstring. She must have pulled it with all that dodging." It reminds me of how Biden threw out his back playing both sides of this current war. Angel Reese, the sweetheart of the WNBA, no, I'm serious, there is a WNBA, has been complaining about her salary on Instagram. Here is the video.
He ain't pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
He might cover that. Yeah,
It
definitely covers that.
What is my, I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times,
Here, I'll do it.
yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even, yo! I'm living beyond my means! It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese, with her unapologetic attitude, decided to make that Instagram live video complaining that she only earned $75,000 in the 2024 WNBA season. She also said that it barely covered her living expenses, like her $8,000 rent. If Angel Reese is strapped for cash after raking in $1.7 million in NIL deals, maybe she could ask Caitlin Clark for a loan or a few tips on how to get good at women's basketball. Ethel Kennedy was laid to rest, may God rest her soul, yesterday, and as expected, the usual suspect of Democratic figures were in attendance. This video has drawn up a lot of controversy, considering that they're asking for lip readers because they could not hear what was being said. Watch this. And of course, the Democratic figures that we all anticipate: Obama, Biden, Clinton, George Soros. Wait, not Soros, sorry, he's the one who took her out. But during the service, a cryptic exchange between Joe and Barack sparked online speculation, with people attempting to lip read, as I said, their conversation. But the good news, we've uncovered a hidden recording that spills the details. Here it is.
So is Kamala doing okay?
Nope. She's down, Joe. I think they found out that she's retarded, and now we're basically fucked. Trump is killing us at the polls, so yes, we're going to lose Joe.
Damn it. Wait. What if I come back to run again?
As candidate?
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way, Joe. The only person in this world who is even more retarded than Kamala Harris is basically you. So no, Joe,
on, man.
you're
Just
not going
give me
back
another
in.
shot.
Let's let it all play out. Okay, we'll talk later, Joe.
Okay.
Women looking fine up in here.
As for the crowd, given Miss Kennedy's age, most of her female friends were elderly. Bill Clinton, however, was reminded to put it back in his pants. There wasn't anyone under 18 in attendance. Folks, thanks for laughing with us this Thursday morning. We'll be on at 7 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard. Please join us, and hopefully we'll be able to make you smile again. God bless. See you tonight.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.